A very good morning, student. Myself, Mrs. Dipali, standard 7 student. Already we have started your fifth chapter of history, the foundation of the Swaraj. Within that introduction, Shahaji Raje, Veer Mata Jijabai, Shivaji's companion and associate. These points we already studied. Today we will start from the royal seal. See, the objective of Shivaji Maharaj was establishing Swaraj is clearly expressed in his royal seal. The following Sanskrit lines are inscribed on this royal seal. That means Rajmudra. Prati Panchachandra Lekheva Vidharvarshu Vishwa Vandita Shah Suno Shiva Seisha Mudra Bhadraya Rajate. That means this seal will grow in splendor like the new moon. The seal of Shivaji, the son of Shahaji, receiving homage from the whole world, denotes the welfare of the people. The meaning of this inscription on the seal is important from many angles. Through this inscription, Maharaj has expressed his gratitude towards his father, his confidence that Swaraj would expand continuously, his own experience of the respect that the seal, that is Swaraj, commanded from all, his commitment to the welfare of his subject, and the certainty of ruling over his land independently. This short inscription covers the entire concept of Swaraj. The next point, establishment towards the Swaraj. The forts situated within the Jagir of Shivaji Maharaj were not under the control, but were under the control of Adil Shah. In those days, forts were special significance. Within a firm hold over a fort, it was possible to control surrounding area. If one had forts, one ruled the land. Therefore, Shivaji Maharaj decided to acquire the forts that were within his own Jagir. Such an attempt to capture the forts amounted to challenging the Adil Shahi power. He captured the forts of Torna, Murumdev, Kondhana and Purandar and laid the foundation of Swaraj. He repaired the fort Murumdev and renamed it Rajgarh. Rajgarh was the first capital of Swaraj. There were the Mores of Javli, the Ghorpades of Modor and Savant of Savantwadi and other Sardars in the Adil Shahi. They were opposed to the cause of the founding Swaraj. It was necessary to bring them and other like-minded Sardars under the control of purpose of founding the Swaraj. The next point, the capture of Javli. Chandrarao More of Javli in Satara district was a powerful Sardar in Adil Shahi. He opposed the founding of Swaraj. Shivaji Maharaj attacked Javli and captured this region in 1656. He established his post there. Then he also captured Raigad. He attained a huge amount of wealth from Javli. After this victory, his activities in Konkan increased. He built Pratapgarh fort in Javli valley. In this way, he conquest Javli increased the strength in all respect. After this, Shivaji Maharaj captured Kalyan, Bhivandi and Konkan coast. There he came into contact with the Siddhi, Portuguese and British power in western coast. Shivaji Maharaj realized that in order to fight this power, it was necessary to have a strong naval force. Therefore, he concentrated on building a navy. The next point, defeat of Afzal Khan. Shivaji Maharaj has started capturing the forts in his Jagir and surrounding area in the Adil Shahi territory. He had crushed the opposition of Mores of Javli. The work of founding Swaraj and gathered momentum in Konkan coast. All these matters were challenged to the Adil Shahi at that time. The Badi Sahiba was looking after the administration of the Adil Shah. She sent Afzal Khan, a powerful and experienced Adil Shahi general, to curb Shivaji Maharaj. Afzal Khan came from Bijapur to Vai. He knew the Vai region well. A meeting of Shivaji Maharaj and Afzal Khan took place on 10th November 1659 at the foot of Pratapgarh near Vai. At the meeting, Afzal Khan attempted treachery. In the retaliation, Shivaji Maharaj killed Afzal Khan. He routed the Adil Shahi army. Shivaji Maharaj paid compensation to the soldiers who were wounded in the battle. He rewarded those who had fought well. Those soldiers and officers of Afzal Khan's army who fell into the hands of Shivaji Maharaj army were given a good treatment. The next point, the expedition of Siddhi Johar. After the inhalation of the Afzal Khan, Shivaji Maharaj captured the Adil Shahi ports of Panala, Vasantgarh, Khelna. He renamed the Khelna port as Vishalgarh. Shivaji Maharaj had posed a big challenge before the Adil Shahi. Therefore, Adil Shahi sent Siddhi Johar, Sardar of Kurnool region, against Shivaji Maharaj in 1660 CE. Adil Shah gave a Siddhi the title of Salbat Khan, Rustam-e-Jaman. Baji Ghorpade and Afzal Khan's son Fazal Khan were also there to help Siddhi Johar. In these circumstances, Shivaji Maharaj took shelter in the Panala fort. Siddhi soldier laid siege to the fort. About 5 months, Shivaji Maharaj found himself trapped inside the fort. Netaji Palkar tried to raise the siege of attacking Siddhi's army from outside, but he couldn't succeed in that. Siddhi showed no signs of relenting, so Shivaji Maharaj opened talks with him. This led to the slackness in the siege of round Panalgarh. Shivaji Maharaj took advantage of this situation. On this occasion, Shiva Kashid, a brave youth, came forward. He resembled Shivaji Maharaj in looks. He dressed up like Shivaji Maharaj and sat in the planking. The planking left by the Rajdindi gate. It was captured by Siddhi's army. It was a difficult situation. Shiva Kashid sacrificed himself on this occasion for Swaraj. In the meanwhile, Shivaji Maharaj left the fort using another difficult route. He was accompanied by Baji Prabhu Deshpande, Bandal Deshmukh and some chosen soldiers. The Siddhi came to know that Shivaji Maharaj had escaped the siege round Panalgarh and proceeded to Vishalgarh. His army pursued Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj entrusted the responsibility of stopping Siddhi's army at the foot of Vishalgarh to Baji Prabhu Deshpande. Baji Prabhu Deshpande checked Siddhi's army at the Ghod Pass near Gajapur. He fought with the greatest valor. Baji Prabhu died a heroistic death in this battle. Because of Baji Prabhu's army held Siddhi's army at bay, Shivaji Maharaj could proceed to Vishalgarh. While going to Vishalgarh, Maharaj also crushed the opposition of Adil Shahi Sardars, Dalvi of Palwan and the Surve of Sri Rangpur. Maharaj reached Vishalgarh safely. While Shivaji Maharaj was trapped at Panhala, Aurangzeb, who had ascended the throne of Delhi, had sent Shahista Khan, a Mughal Sardar, to the Deccan. He had invaded Pune province. The conflict with Adil Shahi continued even in the Mughal army invaded the Swaraj. Maharaj realized that it would not be prudent to fight two enemies at one time and the same time. Therefore, after reaching Vishalgarh safely, he entered into treaty with the Adil Shah. As per the treaty, he returned the fort of Panhala to the Adil Shah.